mentioned to you that Sasha has looked at men just as big, just as strong, so muscular as this man, and in all of those fights, all those he's not winning them. So it's...
Let's get up and let's get ill, Lethwei fans. Are you ready? Make some noise, Mandalay! Let go, T-Baby! This is the co-main event of the evening, and it is for the light middleweight World Lethwei Championship of the world. And this bout is presented by Abusu Shoji, official nutrition partner of the WLC. First, fighting out of the blue corner. This man has a record of 39 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. Hailing from the Ukraine, give it up for the challenger, Sasha Moisa! Booyaka! And his opponent standing across the squared circle, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 20 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. From Poland, the reigning, defending, light middleweight World Lethwei Champion of the world, Artur Saladiak! Big up!
This man is hyped.
Light
He's got the swag of a champion, hasn't he? Sasha Moisa, in contrast, just looks fully focused on doing what he needs to do, on taking care of business, on dethroning the king of the light middleweight division.
You got a big, powerful, super intense guy here. You want to be calm and you want to just execute techniques, clean techniques. Just line him up and walk him into something. It can be done. He's done it with bigger. But try to tell Artur that. Right now, Artur believes without, they presumably both do, they believe without a shadow of a doubt that this is my night. That I will break that man.
I mean, you've heard Artur talk about his ambitions in the sport. He's here to be the very best in the world. He wants to fight in the Olympics one day. His belief in himself is unparalleled. I mean, you have to, as a martial artist, right, believe you are the very best. And it's these opportunities that they get in front of this packed crowd. Now's the time to show it.
Humility is important too, and I don't just mean being politely humble. I mean humility in looking at yourself and still continuing to keep that white belt mentality where you look for ways to grow. If you think you're the greatest ever, you limit your ability to find ways to grow. And so Artur balances it, of course, with the humility of a true martial artist, and you see Sasha doing just what he wants to do here.
Here's with the headbutts, Artur, the knee to the body. Here's where he can use that added size to impart his will on Sasha Moisa in the corner.
But Sasha was using, just blading, weaving his arms through to technically both protect himself and use the biology of the body to create frames where he needed them.
Scary flashes of the power of Artur.
You see that little wobble, that little arrhythmic wobble of Artur's head? He's going to vary his rhythms. Oh! Oh! That big, brutal right hand down the middle.
Just the level change, going with that jab to the body to give Sasha something to think about.
Sasha's doing what you should, which is, yes, you've got a lot of traffic coming at you, but you've got to put some back on him, and he is. See that the way the head of Artur just moves, the hands, the head, the torso, it's all just moving in such a way to camouflage his intentions, and then he switch kicks to the body.
Left leg landing nicely there, switches it up with the leg kick this time.
Some redness already around the eye and nose of Sasha as he comes forward behind tight, crisp, straight combination.
Oh, what a left hand from Sasha Moisa!
And that's what I'm talking about. Technique, the proper tactics, and use the aggression against him. And he jumped up, just jumped, I'm up. But you don't need to jump up right away. You can take this count.
Sasha Moisa now has the crowd behind him.
Yep.
They love an underdog, and when you face the champion inherently, you tend to be that underdog, and they're not
Look
used
at
to
the
seeing
feet.
Saladiak knocked down like that.
Yeah, and his feet are still not fully under him. As he bounces, he's just off by a little. The eyes are wide open now. Artur is busy thinking about what he wants to do to Sasha, but there's two-way traffic here. Oh, Sasha lands another big one, a right. Artur's in trouble here. He's in a lot of trouble.
Loses his footing. He went for the Superman punch there momentarily.
Again, he is busy thinking about the things he wants to do to his man. That
That's
doesn't.
a huge
Yep.
shot again from Sasha Moisa, the challenger from the Ukraine.
This is all technique. Martial arts were designed to take the weaker man or the smaller man and give him tools and techniques and tactics to be able to win fights. That's what's happened. Look at the swelling around his face. 3 big shots.
Artur looking really wobbly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, he is. He's compromised. He is.
Sasha Moisa will smell blood in the water now. Another big right hand. Now he's got him in the clinch.
Now this is good for Artur. Sasha goes with a short headbutt. The shorter man has a nice angle to get that headbutt in. There's another one. Wow, Sasha Moisa. And it's just a car crash of it here.
Oh my word, what a first round.
And we asked about judging. Do they get into 2016s? And more often you'll see a 2017 scorecard on that. By 2016, that would only be when they're very close to stopping it. However, there's an argument that they were very close to stopping that too. But these 2 minutes is going to change things. Now watch. There's a hard straight right. And that was early. And then you saw Artur being very aggressive. Bink, right there to the temple, and he goes straight out. The equilibrium is gone. One more look at it. Bink. Lands it right to the temple, walks him into that left hook. There was also a kick or a punch where, one more look, right there. Makes him float out to his own right and walks him into the slam, closed door left hook. There was the straight right. Watch for it. There. Oh! Watch the left hand of Sasha first. Grabs the guard. Does a pull down on the guard to rocket that straight right hand in. There it is. And then, yeah, some crazy stuff. Yeah, of course the audience loves that. If you don't like that, you are simply not alive. Because you're watching beauty, but you're watching heart and the push and the pull of what is happening inside the bodies and minds of these two men.
How fascinating is it? How gladiatorial when you see a fighter just win the crowd with a moment, just one epic moment. And the crowd, you just felt the electricity in here, and I wonder if you can feel it at home, because both these fighters really are favorites among the fans, and for good reason as well. They both are entertaining, they both bring the noise, and they both have epic knockout power.
They do. They do. And there are all types of elements that make an audience feel the way they feel. Whether they would say it or not, and verbalize it or not, the fact that one man is a little smaller, to see him drop the larger man, we all feel that in us.
Well, we cannot blink here, but Sasha Moisa has proved he can blink.
Again, it's really important that Artur isn't just coming out trying to assassinate his man and overwhelm him, because that's what got him dropped in the first round.
That beautiful 1-2 combination.
Just a
Classic.
Just skill. It's just a lifetime of skill development. The body is important. Oh, ho, ho. This is far from decided.
You spoke about it earlier, Robin, that Artur could sometimes try and force it. He tries to put everything behind the shots. And if you're an astute fighter like Sasha Moisa, you can capitalize.
Yeah, you force him to, you run him into your knuckles. That's exactly what he did twice. Ooh, now you're going to deal with the fire of Artur.
Yes.
Oh!
Artur's on a warpath now.
Crazy fight. Unexpected first round, but as we get into a minute through the second round, Artur is definitely back here. And some lessons were learned from that first round. Adaptations were made.
Artur Saladiak is jacked. Just one punch from either of these fighters, just one shot.
You see
game over.
That bounce from Artur noise that lights your nervous system to allow you to create, harness energy, harvest it.
Shot to the body this time from Artur, just looking to switch it up, goes for the uppercut, and the reply now from Sasha Moisa. And it's that right hand that we've seen land.
Yes, and Sasha is staying in the fire long enough to land the last punch. That was the key in round one.
Both these fighters certainly willing to give one, to take one, to give one.
Yeah, you see Sasha's experience too. Like, he's not just trying to rush. He can tell his man is back to being full danger.
Good shot to the body from Artur Saladiak. Now trying to outstrength his opponent.
You see the limp body that was intentional by Sasha. He allowed his body, you do a limp arm or a limp leg in wrestling. He just used his whole torso and he gently relaxed to allow himself to slide out. It's in fighting that grip that you get taken down. And sometimes against a man like this, you know, non-resistance is key. Oh, did you see that flash of an elbow from Sasha?
Yes, lightning fast from the pole.
Sasha correctly has used that philosophy of non-resistance at times. Don't push against the push. This is a big, powerful a lot of horsepower. If you push back, it's not going to work for you. Walk him into it. You saw him there with the right hand again.
Some sensational counterpunching from the man from the Ukraine. And then again, another stupendous round.
Wow. Artur puts his hand up on that round, but I don't necessarily agree. I mean, you know, there are many reasons to do that, because you believe it, but also because you're trying to get that sway the last opinion of the judge. Artur was looking at his right hand too. There's been so much going on that we haven't discussed a lot. The damage, the degradation of the weapons as you keep hitting with them. There are no gloves. There's wraps to protect the bones of the hand, but there's not a lot here. It's bare knuckle still. Certain areas of the West, they see anything, they're like, that's not bare knuckle. It's like, to the rest of the world, this is bare knuckle. You know, bare knuckle doesn't mean unwrapped, because you must protect the hands. The people who have been doing bare knuckle for generations in England and Ireland and out here in Southeast Asia, they know if you don't protect the bones of the hands, your fighters will not be able to fight. They won't be able to fight. It's too brittle. It's too much damage can be done. So you protect the bones of the hands, and yes, we call that bare knuckle because there is no glove. Back in the day, it was ropes.
Yeah, this is thousands of years old, Lethwei, but again, the flourishes that have been added and the adjustment of the rules to make it palatable for this global audience, bringing in fighters from all around the world. A Pole versus a Ukrainian in Mandalay, Myanmar. This is 2019, ladies and gentlemen, and this is not one of the most entertaining, but also just one of the most engaging. You can't take your eyes off.
No, it's true. Artur Saladiak, a Pole who now trains in England, fighting Sasha Moisa, a Ukrainian now living in Thailand, and they're fighting here in beautiful Myanmar.
I'm loving the contrast in styles. It's almost more of a traditional kickboxing style from Sasha Moisa against kind of a really interesting, very entertaining spinning back fist, Superman punches, flying knees, aggressive style of Artur.
If you're going to beat somebody like Artur, you're going to do it with fundamentals, true technical fundamentals. And that is how Sasha Moisa has had good, definitively won round one, putting him down a few times, and did very well in round two as well. Fundamentals.
Sasha looking to edge Artur into the corner, body kick from the champ.
Oh, he walked him into a hard, scooping right hand. Again, did Sasha. No matter how this goes, we'll want to see the replay on that right hand. He just walked him right into it, and he's looking for it again. What you're doing is you're either going to knock out Artur or you're going to teach him to be less aggressive. There, and again, and big.
Blood in the water. Sasha Moisa is sensing potentially that belt is up for grabs now. Some big shots have landed right on the chin of Artur Saladiak.
Wow, Saladiak, man, is he tough. And not just tough, neurologically able to force himself back to focus. To maintain focus is very challenging when you've been hit. Some of it can be done by will, and some of it is just, another hard right. The right hand is getting through, and he's going to land a left hook after one of these, and that might be good night.
Sasha Sasha Moisa has the champ in the corner. Great footwork to evade from Artur Saladiak.
Look at Artur's legs. They're just not quite firing correctly. The way that the nervous system is working is slightly compromised. He wants this bad. He wants to stay in this long enough to land the big shot.
Blood now pouring from the nose of Artur Saladiak.
Saladiak still using fakes, still trying to use misdirection. It's not just brawling. Those are the bad ones, though, where you're going to get countered because he's rushing in.
It's that right hand again, and the counter left hook, superb from Sasha Moisa.
If he lands the straight right, which has been working, and then just comes up hard and commits to the left hook, turning his hips, he may put this man away.
Look at the blood on the bandages of both these fighters.
This is what it is. It's combat, you know? Humans have been competing in physical martial combat since the beginning of time.
Stiff jab, that one's gotta hurt. Sasha Moisa now, he senses it.
When we look at it and we see that blood, we must understand there's nowhere on earth these two men would rather be right now than testing themselves in here as he takes that left hook we talked about. It's when Artur misses that he's in danger.
Well, he puts so much behind his shots, and he's so prone to the counter, and it's been expertly deployed by Sasha Moisa. It's been so impressive, and we thought this might be fight of the night. My word, this has been unreal.
It has been bananas. We're gonna look at a few different replays coming up here. Watch this. That right hand gets through. Oh, the counters. All you gotta do is make him miss. Oh, that one digs straight in, and you make him miss, and then he's not only off balance, but he's accelerating forward, and you run him into a weapon right there. Look, oh, so close. He's flowing beautifully now, is Sasha. He's having just the kind of fight that you would hope to have. Really, that's the left hook we were talking about. It was there for him, right there, after the straight right, to come up with that left hook, bink, right there. And he just didn't quite get the hip turned to the way he wanted. The knuckles didn't quite connect with the off button, so Artur's still there, and he's still in it.
This has just been top draw, box office, highlight reel stuff from the Ukrainian. We looked at the size difference between the two fighters, and just look how jacked Artur Saladiak is. But he sent the message early on, Sasha Moisa, dropped him, and he saw the shock in the Pole's eyes.
Yeah, he did. And you didn't see shock in Sasha's eye because that was the design. He didn't take this fight going, well, I hope I can win it. He took this fight saying, I know how to beat someone like this. This is a dangerous man. This guy does turn people off. He is a threat. I got to stay calm. I got to make him miss. Use that aggression to make it, when he misses, he's off balance. I'm in balance, and I find the angles to land on him and harness his own energy and use it against him. And it really has unfolded exactly like that. And if you now, where Dave Leduc and Seth Baczynski are, they don't necessarily have access to be watching this feed. But if they were, if you were Dave Leduc, this is what you'd want to do. You know, you're the smaller man against the big athletic guy. This is what you want to do. You want to make him miss, and you want to run him into it.
Here we go. Here we go. This is what it's all about.
Round 4.
Saladiak bouncing around. It's been his style throughout the fight. I don't generally make predictions. There's just so many variables. It's also, you can't predict. Anything is possible. It's a spider web of possibilities. But I will say, I would be shocked to see this go the last 6 minutes. Artur's now going to look, knowing he needs a knockout, he's going to be even more aggressive, which will either produce it for him or run him into something else. I would be shocked if we saw this go to the end of the fight. Sasha Moisa's got to stay with those counter punches and just be smart. But again, it's difficult, isn't it, psychologically, when you know you're in the ascendancy, not to take the foot off the gas.
Yes, it is, but he's also experienced enough to know that this man coming at him in round 4 is still very, very, very dangerous. And the reason he's done so well is he's been analytical and calm and just expressed punches, not thrown them. He needs to keep doing that.
Lovely right hand from Sasha. Oh, huge overhand right attempt from Artur.
There's a right hand from Sasha, straight down the pipe, and the next one will have that left hook or a body kick or something behind it.
See, he's just trying to tee it up. Waiting for his moment. Tries to set things up with the leg kick.
Sasha's doing exactly what he wants to do here. Exactly, continuing. It's not his job to finish this fight.
There is blood just gushing from the face of the champion.
Everywhere. His job is not to necessarily initiate. It's to take what comes and find himself an opening, protect himself. They're going to have a look at it. He's like, I am fine, before they even say a word to him.
Artur is an absolute warrior.
That's what I said. There's no place on earth this man would rather be than in this right now. It looks like chaos to us, but it's not to them. You know, they're living in it. They're feeling these moments. And besides, chaos is just patterns we don't yet understand. It can be explained. These are moments that these two men are interpreting and living in, feeling, flowing with.
You can see there are two guys who are doing what they absolutely love. And now he's taking in some lungfuls of warm air here in Mandalay, Sasha Moisa, but he looks calm. There is a calm within the storm.
Ready? And the orchestra picks it up a notch. And Sasha, that third punch is the one that's working for him now.
It's such a classic 1-2-3 flurry, but the power of Artur is still there.
But again, that power can run you on, and you just set your pike in the ground like a pikeman and just run him into it. When the horses come galloping in to try to take the castle, you stick your pike in the ground and you impale them. That's exactly the game here that Sasha Moisa is doing. And hey, we don't need to watch that. Let's just get it in my mouth and let's get to fighting.
He's not here to mess about. Oh, and out it comes again. That jab doing beautiful work by Sasha Moisa.
And again,
right hand landing once more.
Artur's still looking for it. He knows it.
He
knows he can
right
do
hook
it.
from the pole is massive.
It landed behind the ear, but it wasn't as clean. If it was, he'd be back in this. There is 3 more minutes. You know, I said I didn't suspect that we would see the end, and I stand by that, but it's certainly become more possible. I mean, think of it even again. You're going to see in the replays, Artur is coming forward, and Sasha runs him in, sets the pike in the ground, and impales the horse as it comes blasting in. That time, the punch against the kick. Plays the punch card against the kick card. That time, backing him up. Awesome. Sasha has fought as beautiful a fight as he could have ever hoped to fight here tonight. If you got to imagine, of course, if somebody said, how would you like it to go? I'd like to land one punch and win. But the second choice would be to have a epic battle that I am running, and I'm taking this man's strengths and using them against him, and showing off the real beauty of skill and technique.
Yeah, some of these shots belong in a museum, Robin, just on a replay.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of the internet, because you will be able to enjoy them. Log on to World Lethwei, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we'll get those highlights up on YouTube as well for you. Because my word, it's been Hollywood stuff from
madness.
Sasha Moisa.
And I'm hoping to acquire some of these big moments and make some 1-minute breakdowns in the coming days to share with people, so they can share with people who haven't seen this and say, hey, look at these moments. Look what happened in these special moments where these athletes came from all over the world, took a lifetime of training to create only these seconds and minutes, and then put it all on the line here in front of everybody in Myanmar and around the world.
Championship action.
Hold on to something. It's going to be wild.
Yeah, it is, because you have a bull, right? You have a bull, the old Matador bull, the old cliche of that one. Again, there's millions of stories and cliches we use, but we have a bull and we have a Matador, and the bull is going to get even more aggressive.
He still has that self-belief. He knows one good shot, and the tide is turned.
But it isn't just more of the same, only harder. That'll get you hurt even more. It has to be something different. And as I say that, he just storms in behind punches and fights his way into the clinch.
Interesting again, what you alluded to earlier, how Sasha just let himself go limp.
Yeah.
Didn't allow himself to be tossed to the ground.
Just stayed limp. Non-resistance.
It's that classic 1-2 combination, the 1-2s, the 1-2-3s from Sasha that just paid dividends tonight.
And when you see these different body types, you see somebody big and strong and powerful and aggressive, you can't, it isn't your best bet to just put it back on him. The same things. You're playing through his attributes instead.
Third time tonight, the mouth guard of Artur is...
Sasha's a very noble martial artist, but he didn't have to stop there. You have the freedom to keep striking if you choose. And Artur lands the big power Artur.
Big body shot from the pole. Now in the clinch. Both very wary of the headbutt, both so strong.
Oh. Fastball versus fastball.
And still looking for style, isn't he, Artur?
He is.
He's nothing if not an entertainer.
It's just how he is. Ooh, that right hand is going to be, he's going to Old Faithful, and that is a good choice. Trying to set up the right. Full commitment.
He's putting everything behind these shots. The left to the body as well, giving him plenty of joy.
90 seconds left. Saladiak knows what he has to do, and in doing it, he's going to put himself at risk. Sasha knows exactly what's coming, and he's got to do what he's doing, which is stay calm, see it all, and walk him into it, but it is Artur who lands the big overhand, arcing right hand.
His left shots to the body as well. They're picking up, and he doesn't look bothered by them, but you never know.
Yeah. But with a minute left in a fight for Sasha that he will have loved everything that he's been able to do here tonight, you're going to have to knock him out, and Sasha's the one who hurts Artur coming in with the straight left.
Over-exuberance as time makes things more desperate for the champ.
It's something that we talked about, a concept we talked about earlier, where sometimes your desire can be actually, if you don't control it, it can control you. And Artur's, look, just in that hook, he lands that elbow. And Artur's desire is what walked him into these shots, his want to land big punches, his want to land big kicks.
What a performance from Sasha Moisa. That's a performance for the ages.
Wow. Incredible. And there's a man attacking, coming at you, and fighting his way in. Look, fantastic. But it is this aggression, and you're right, that body shot, of course he felt those. But with a minute and a bit left, he was going to stay in it no matter what. They both exchanged there.
You give that round to Artur.
Yeah, you certainly could. That is an enormous shot. But again, the principle, the philosophy of non-resistance, because Sasha's relaxed, he's able to kind of roll with these shots. There, look at that one. Look, watch, hook, spin. Oh man. That is a violent dance between two unwilling dance partners with conflicting objectives. This is a very, very special night of combat.
So we're both in agreement that we've got that for Sasha, but you just never know, right?
You never know, but I can't imagine when he's put him down a few times, and not that we know damage specifically is the #1 criteria. And when you look at the two faces, there's no mystery where the damage was done.
It's an iconic performance, really, from the Ukrainian. I mean, that was something very, very special indeed.
I was watching Artur as he was pacing around, and I saw the moment where he suddenly felt disappointment. He can't believe it's over now. He's been waiting to get back in here after the ACL surgery and then the time off, and he's been training so hard and so focused, and Sasha just came in here calm and serene and just took it from him.
What an unforgettable experience getting to call this fight live with you, Robin. Wow.
Make some noise. Give it up for these warriors.
John's hyped.
How could you not be?
After 5 rounds of action, the judges have come to a unanimous decision to present the prize to the winner. We have Kuhata Naoki, MD of TSN Ibisu Company Limited, and Me Mietno Canal Plus Ambassador. Again, Mandalay Myanmar Leko Tibeba. Get it up for your new champion and new from Ukraine. He is Sasha Moisa.
When you are a world champion in a 2,000-year-old art form, of course, you're going to feel deep pride. But this is the king of martial arts. There's an argument, people talk about brutality and danger and all of these things. You are undeniably a brilliant and dangerous combat artist, athlete, when you are a champion in Lethwei at the World Lethwei Championships.
Well, yeah, what you're looking at right now is arguably the toughest man on the planet at light middleweight. At this weight class, if you have that belt around you, you're draped in greatness.
You are, and it is in these moments. Who will he be in months? We don't know. We'll know next time we see him fight who he can become. But at this moment, he is the World Lethwei Champion.